We were preparing to head down the branch when Toby said he wasn't bringing Henrietta. He didn't want her to get hurt or lose them like Molly. He had already told Douglas before he had left that if he wasn't back by nightfall to take care of Henrietta. We gave Toby a few minutes to say his goodbyes to his coach and we went down the Brenham branch with some trucks and a brake bin in case we found any survivors. While we were heading down the branch we passed the Vicor's orchard and we found Trevor as well as Jem Cole and his family as safe as could be. They were happy to see us and glad to know they weren't all that was left. Trevor asked about Molly, saying how he saw her yesterday when the branch was attacked. She was shunting in the yard near Sudbury and accidentally crashed her trucks in a siding. Molly then raced down the line towards Wellsworth. Trevor hadn't seen her since. Toby's face of joy turned to sadness as he told Trevor of Molly's demise. Trevor broke down in tears when he was told this. Jem Cole comforted his traction engine and told him everything was going to be all right. We told them our plan of continuing down the branch and we'd be back for them. From what they told us, there was a flatbed they could load Trevor on in the yard at Sudbury. Our plan was to pick it up after we searched Brenham and pick up Trevor and head back to Wellsworth. We said our goodbyes and left the orchard. We arrived at Brenham and it was silent, no noise whatsoever. We searched the entire docks and found 5 people. 5 fucking people in the entire goddamn docks. Brenham had a couple hundred people working and only 5 of them survived. It was just mind-blowing at the time. However, there was some good news. We found Salty. He was hiding behind some trucks in a goods shed. He looked to be in great shape, however the same can't be said for his mentality. He had lost it. He was babbling about biting, blood, and screams. No one could calm him down. That's when we heard cries for help. Do you know that place where Percy had plunged into the sea? Well, the cries for help were coming from the waters below. We looked in the water to see it was Murdoch and several vans. Thankfully the tide was low, but we knew that could change and had to work fast. We tied ropes and cables to Toby and Murdoch and began to pull. Toby's wheels slipped on the rails trying to get a grip. After about 2 hours we finally managed to re-rail Murdoch. We talked with him for a while and he said he was sent to Brenham to work. He was preparing a goods train at the Sudbury yard with Molly. Then all of a sudden weird creatures began to attack the nearby civilians and survivors. Molly derailed her trucks in the chaos and ran down the line towards Wellsworth as Murdoch dashed towards Brenham with the heavy vans still coupled up to him. As he entered the docks he was diverted into a siding and crashed through the buffers and into the sea. Once he finished his story he grew sad and hoped that Molly was okay. We were forced to give him the bad news. At this point we realized Salty was gone. We looked everywhere for him and found him in the far corner of the docks. We tried calming him down but it was no good. He said that if he was going to die he was going to die in the thing he loved most, the ocean. He then raced back and smashed through some buffers and with a splash he was gone.